Hello, world!
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
yes. Today I am joined by Griffin and by Watchman. I am Norman Rafferty. I work for Sanguine Games. And today we're going to be showing off how the game Horror Stories is played, which is currently in Kickstarter. So, Horror Stories is a storytelling card game for 2 to 6 players. And so we've gone ahead and got a deck set up right here. If you Kickstarter now, you can get the basic deck, and as we reach more goals, we'll add more cards. So, hello Watchman, hello Griffin.
Hello there.
The,
Hello, Raph.
we're going to be telling a horror story. Some of us want to kill everybody, and some of us want to save everyone. We won't know what people's goals are until we pick from one of these goal cards that are over here. So I'm going to go ahead and... Now, we have 3 players today, so according to the rules, we don't use all of the goal cards. We're going to make sure we have at least 1 fatality and 1 survival, but these other cards say in the upper left for 3 or more players. So we only have 3 players, so some people will have weird goals. So I'm going to group these cards, flip them, and shuffle them. And then Griffin and Watchman will each draw 1 card. Okay, and now we will reveal our cards. I am the fatality player. I want to kill everyone.
I'm the survival character. I want to survive and escape.
I am the verbose player. I tell a story.
You want to waste everyone's time. Okay, so my goal is to kill them all, survival, and I guess we've got a weirdo here who wants to keep it going. Okay, let's each draw 4 cards from the story deck. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay, now play starts in in priority order. When I look at the goal cards here, I see there's a priority 10. That's the lowest numbered priority, and that's with Griffin. Griffin, do you have a blue card with a typewriter in the upper left?
With the typewriter, unfortunately not.
Okay. Next in the priority list is the verbose player. Do you have a beginning card, a blue card with a typewriter in the upper left?
I do not.
And I also don't, so if none of us do, we're just going to go ahead and flip this deck and page through it until we find a card, which we just did. Why? Let me just pick up 1 card. Okay, why can I not pick up 1 card? Well,
I got it for you.
excellent. And that will be our first card. And then play will start with Griffin, who has the lowest priority number, and pass to the left. Our first card is They Should Have Been Back by Now. It can be continued with one of 3 symbols: a dripping ichor symbol, a atmospheric moon symbol, or a location building card. So Griffin may place to the right of it a card that has one of those 3 symbols on its left-hand side.
And this is the point where I tell you it is unfortunate that I don't. So, as my option, I will actually discard 2 cards so that I can have 2 more to play later that might actually fit.
And the cards are discarded face down. So play passes to the left, which is me. And wow, this is a great start. I also don't have any of those symbols, so I need to go ahead and discard, and I will discard 2 cards. Off to a start here. Now it's Watchmen.
Well, our story begins with the tale of Terry, the vegan grocer, who went out one night and left his family behind. He should have been back by now, and his family goes out to look for him, and they discover a misshapen...
Oh no, that's weird. All right, so you've played a card, so you'll draw back up to 4, and play is going to pass like this until someone can end the story. So it's up to you, Griffin.
Alright. With a surprisingly lumpy shadow. Can I actually play this? I think... yes I can. So as the shadow comes into, vision for Terry, the rising sun banishes the darkness and immediately ends the story unless someone can continue it.
Well, I happen to have one of the purple prose cards. Purple cards have special rules. This card, which says, "Then all too soon," says I can play a second card. And I will play a second card all too soon. We heard the dreaded echoing footsteps. Is that Trevor, or is that something else? Now, there are more than 4 cards on the storyline, so I can actually score points now. When there's more than 4 cards in the storyline, the card to the left of the storyline is my point card, and the rest of the cards move over, so there's only 4 cards on the table. And so I currently have 1 point. Go me. And play passes to Watchmen.
Well, as everybody looked to see if it was Terry, they only got a half-hidden silhouette.
Oh, that's in such suspense. Okay, and then and after we do all the scoring, draw back up to 4. Okay, it's to you, Cake.
All right. Well, at this point, the half-hidden silhouette steps out of the shadows, and it turns out it wasn't just one person, it was several.
Oh my god, it's a gang of crooks.
Truly, could anyone have ever anticipated this? Our poor Terry.
Okay.
Stepping out around the corner into danger.
Yep. Gang of crooks. And then the gang of crooks had their way and beat everybody up. It's the end.
Oh no! Ending all too soon.
So that's my point. That's there. And because I could play at the end card, I've gone ahead and ended the game. Okay, so let's go ahead and... that's the end of the game. So we discard our hands. So none of our cards in our hands matter. Game's over. Okay. And then we go ahead and score. Now, we can go ahead and start with the survival player, since you're the highest priority. You score 1 point for every card.
That's right, I have whole 1. And also, it has a heart on it, so I have a whole 2 points.
Yes, it says there you get a second point. It says you also get 5 points for every escape card that you have with an escape key. So in the lower left of the card, you can see there's little keys there like hearts or ... dots. And you had 1 plus 1, that's 2 points. Okay, our verbose player, you score 1 point for every card that you have.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
That's 1.
You get 3 points for spiraling danger and 5 points for escape, neither of which you have.
Correct.
That's a death and an eldritch card. So if you're the eldritch player, got a point. So you just have 1 point.
That I do.
And I score 1 point for each card that I have, so I have 1 point. And then I have 1 point for each skull that I have. Oh, sorry, I have 2 points because I have 2 cards. What am I thinking? So 2 points. But I don't have any skulls. And also, since I played the death card, I get +3 for every spiraling danger. So I have 2 points. Griffin has 2 points. And Watchman has 1. So it's a tie.
A very early tie.
So, yeah. So that was exciting. So that is the basics of how the game is played. So let's see if we can go ahead and try a bigger game. I'm going to go ahead and call games up here.
There we go.
All right, so reset. All right, so we already went ahead and played 1 game. Let's go ahead and play another game. I'm going to go ahead and remove the cards that are not in play. So we'll move those. Excuse me here. There we go. Okay, once again, we're using Tabletop Simulator to go ahead and play this. I'm going to go ahead and remove the menus. That's handy. Okay, let's go ahead and group the gold cards together, flip them, and everybody draw 1 card from this deck. Okay, this time, I will be the Eldritch player. My goal is to collect cards that have the Eldritch and hand symbols on them.
I am playing the verbose player.
So yes, so you want to gather weird symbols, and Watchman, looks like you're survival for a change.
Yes, I'm not trying to kill you all this time.
All right.
I'm looking for
Nobody's
hearts
trying to
and
kill
escapes.
anyone. We just want a long story full of weird stuff.
Well, I as the Eldritch, I'm kind of a spoiler player because I do get bonus points for killing everybody. So not as much for survival, but okay. Let's go ahead and shuffle these cards and draw 4. Survival player, you have the lowest priority, so you play first. You have a blue card with a typewriter on it.
In fact, I do.
Go ahead and play it. And you may start the story and make up a narrator or something.
Our story begins one fateful morning as Terry, the vegan grocer, wakes haunted by memory.
Oh, as you are. Okay. Play passes to the left, so play passes to Griffin.
Oh boy. Well, he turns out his memories are haunted by the vast, indifferent sky. Truly terrifying as he goes out to look at scenic vistas.
Truly is. Okay. Wow, just looking at that sky and the hugeness of it filled Terry with a sense of vertigo. Suddenly. So once again, each left-hand symbol is followed. Each right-hand symbol is followed by a left-hand symbol. So I just would have played an atmosphere card.
And with that vertigo, Terry found himself stumbling to a crumbling church.
Wow.
Spooky.
Yeah, it's a cool story. All right. Storyline's full up. You might score a point, Griffin.
Indeed. And what shall be there but, of course, our favorite, a misshapen shadow.
Ah, the misshapen shadow is back. Oh wait, that's not misshapen shadow. That's a flap of leathery wings.
Oh, so it is. Drew the wrong one, but yet it is still appropriate. What was once bubbling is actually flat.
Well, see, you can't play this card. Well, we know what you can, Derp. My bad, because danger matches danger. All right.
That is correct.
All right. It's a dangerous world out there. Okay, and that can be
dangerous paths.
Dangerous paths. Well, since you can't tell the difference between a shape and shadow and a flap of the rings, perhaps this cloaked figure could tell us more.
Oh no.
Okay, and I score my first point of the game.
Very good.
Uh-oh, there's an arcane... Yeah, see, and these cards that have, like, arcane symbols on them have the eyeball symbols, which are worth extra to me. So, don't let me take those cards.
We can only hope so. But that'll lead to Theta.
Yep.
Well, you know, the cloaked figure, he aimed a finger at Terry, and Terry realized it was all just a game.
Discard the current storyline. So all 4 of those cards get put face down the discard pile. That makes me sad because they were worth a lot of points to me.
Indeed. Rather unfortunate, but that's what we get.
And that continues the
Strange
story.
games are played in churches under the indifferent sky.
Yep.
And continue with one of these. So that
just
falls on me.
Game, Terry. You're just a pawn. Terry.
Well, though these games are all fun and, well, for Terry, it all happens underneath the gibbous moon.
Yes, gibbous.
Bringing...
Oh, go ahead.
I think so.
It's an adjective you hear a lot. Well, nothing more.
It still is a moon.
Nothing more mournful than the whistle of the last train.
Here we are at the dead of night, then.
Yep.
Well, despite Terry's insistence on getting away on a train, they couldn't escape their dark.
Oh no! Draw a random card from a player's score pile. I have 1 card and Griffin has 1 card. Which one of us do you hate?
It's your game, Raph. I'm taking it from you.
Sad face. Okay, the vast and different sky is back. And you get to take this card because it's there's more than 4 cards in the line. As my emails arrive.
Alright. That was your move, Theta, right?
Yep.
Correct.
I'm bummed.
Alright. So what do I follow up the vast and different sky with? Clearly a lot of danger, as innocent people simply did not understand the sky.
How could they know? How could they?
We're all building up to terrible secrets that no one will tell.
Let's see. Well, what was seen cannot be unseen. So that sky just will haunt us forever. I close the book on this chapter.
Alright. What are we continuing with, Theta?
You know a thing about seeing things? You can still talk about them. But Terry spoke with the voice of someone else.
Oh my god, you're doing that again.
Duh.
Choose another player and add their hand to yours.
Griffin, give me all your cards.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So Griffin gives all of their cards. I guess you can just put them on the table.
Yeah, put them face down, put them there for you, and I'll just take my new 4.
Yep.
And I score this card.
Yeah, that purple card says take someone else's hand. Now you have discard down to 4, and the point you score is that card. Once again, folks, purple cards have weird rules on them. They're the purple prose cards, so they allow you to mess with other players. Watchman is showing us the masterful work. Okay.
I have discarded.
So
All right.
Yep.
That leads it to me, and I have to continue with something, and I'm going to continue with the Legends of the Ancient Curse. We cannot unsee it.
Ooh.
But what curse has Terry unlocked? We just don't know. Leads into you?
It sure does. Let's see. Okay. This is going to be hilarious. All right. So, before too long, and mysteriously, as we pad out the narrative, nothing made sense anymore.
No!
I may rearrange the storyline. So I'm going to go ahead and rearrange the storyline so this Legends of the Ancient Curse is at the beginning of it, because that's worth more points for me. Then I add the rearrange the card to my own score pile. And
then you get the back too.
And then most importantly, yeah, these two are added to the end of the storyline. After we've gone ahead and resolved all cards, oh no, there's more than 4 cards, which means this one's mine, and this one's mine. A masterful play by me, as nothing makes sense anymore. Excellent.
Truly, we've never seen a play like this before.
I don't have to explain myself to you, Terry, the vegetarian grocer.
Oh, well then. Before too long, and mysteriously, the sound of echoing footsteps can be heard.
Danger around every corner, it seems.
It's the dangerous world.
Of course, as those footsteps came closer, madness took its toll. I can rearrange the story because I feel like it.
Any way you want.
And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and push these up a little bit and push these down. And then I score this card. There we go.
You totally do.
Everything was so confusing.
Oh. Yes, so confusing. Did you read the news today? There's still newspapers. I know, I'm shocked too. Okay, and that's my card. Newsday? Turns out vegetarianism is bad for you. What? And weird, apparently.
Truly terrifying information for Terry.
Did you read the news? Apparently, shining flashlights in your eyes gives you those glowing eyes.
No.
It's too many lumens for humans to take.
No.
Like any scene on this earth.
It's like eyes without a face.
Alright, so I need a person, danger book, or something weird. And, something weird does happen. It's an overpowering stench.
Ugh.
Somehow your eyes begin to burn and give off a strange odor. But is that truly what it is? We'll find out next time. What occurs next?
That's a good question. Sorry, I'm just doing some meta here because I'm thinking, oh man, there's some really choice cards in there I'd like to earn. Well, what can I say? The overpowering stench, maybe it'll be washed away by this cold and dreary rain.
We can only hope.
We
I
can
don't
only
think
hope.
it was, Raph. I think the cold and dreary rain only made the stench worse as it sewage water came down from these piles of fetid garbage.
Ugh. This game is gross.
That was the true source of the smell, wasn't it? Alright, and what a terrible, horrifying day it was to find these piles of garbage and remember your past mistakes.
Ah, not the past mistakes.
Yes, all this wandering and blinding himself and smelling terrible things reminds Terry of something he once did. As we delve deeper and deeper into stories within stories.
Well, what can I say to that? But even as these memories of past mistakes, those mistakes aren't yours. These ideas are not your own. I will choose another. I will choose another player, and that is Griffin. Griffin, I'm stealing your entire hand.
How could you?
Easily.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Let's see.
Wow, you.
You see?
Okay, and now I have to discard down to 4. I've made better decisions, and then this card goes in my score pile. And that's the end of my turn.
All right.
See. And then what happened was a misshapen shadow once again appeared.
Can't get rid of that. All right, the Shape of Shadow is back.
What terror, what horror truly takes shape here.
Oh, big scoring move for you as you pad the narrative.
And what a truly terrible misshapen shadow was, because it revealed a hulking brute. He wasn't wearing a shirt. He was poorly shaven.
Well, and that hulking brute turned out to be the end of Terry the Vegan Grocer.
No.
He just killed him. Okay, oops. This card is actually added to my score pile. All right, that has ended the game. Everyone go ahead and discard your hands, because your hands no longer matter. Okay.
And then let's see how we've done.
And then, yeah, so we go ahead and score. And I will go ahead and follow everyone closely through the scoring process.
Yes, we will explain ourselves once we figure out what we're explaining.
Okay, so we'll go ahead.
Pretty sure only at 7.
Since the survival player has the lowest priority, we'll start with them. So Watchman, you score 1 point for every card that you have. So that's 7.
That is 7.
Okay, and then you score 1 point for each heart key that you have. So in the lower left of each of these cards, there are symbols, and I see a bunch of hearts. How many you got?
I believe I have 3.
Okay, so that's 3 points. You did not play the end card, so you get 5 points for every escape card. I had a few in my hand, but I don't think any escapes actually came up. So.
Nope, I do not have any of those.
Okay, so that is a whopping 10 points. Next on the priority is the verbose player. Verbose
All
player,
right.
you earn 1 point for each card that you have.
Yep, that's 7 of them.
3 points for every spiraling danger that you have.
I have none of those, and no escapes either, unfortunately.
Nope, no
That
escape.
did not go well.
Nope, because I played the end and ended the game. So, but you did not play the end card, so you earn 2 points for every card that you have that wastes our time with ... and I think you have 3 of those.
That is correct, so that's another 6 points. I'm up to 13.
Okay, I, on the other hand, get 1 point for each card that I have. I have 8.
Very good.
Okay, and then I earn 3 points for every card I have that has a hand symbol on it, of which I have none, actually, because somebody wiped that out.
Ouch.
So, but I also earn 3 points. So I played the end card, so I earn 3 points for every eyeball card that I have, for every Eldritch card. And I have 1.
5, actually, because you did play the end.
Oh. That's right. I played the end, so I actually get the bigger bonus. My bad. I actually want to end the game early, and I only have one card because somebody wiped out the whole list.
I'm just gonna whistle innocently at that one.
Okay, so that means I have 13 points. Once again, I am tied with Griffin.
Yay! You can never escape me like these stories.
So, but it was a pretty close game. I like the way everybody was playing. And so that's the Horror Stories game. It doesn't take that long to play, and as you can see, we can tell weird, goofy stories. And if you kickstart now, everybody who's kickstarting is getting the basic set. And once we pass the stretch goals, we have ideas for more sets. This set is obviously very Eldritch themed, so it's got like horror of what humans were not meant to know. But we're hoping to expand into other sets, such as this set was drawn by Matt Howarth of Rock and Roll Horror and Con and Cthulhu fame, so it's very nice. Mike Rosen, who drew Malleus Maleficarum and Firebrat and other horror stories, is going to do a innocent children set, so it'll be childhood fears. So I'm excited about that. And if we pass a couple other stretch goals, we have like a VHS 1980s slasher horror one, and we like to do a sort of a pagan Goetia theme set of horrible stuff. And yeah, so as you can see, we're very excited. We'd love to add more cards. So I'd like to thank Griffin and Watchman for helping us out today.
Anytime.
We're running.
And yeah, so once again, Kickstart now for unique rewards, and thank you very much for your support.